the biggest L of them all, it would seem, is my appearance on the Danny Brown podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there?
I had a couple of offenses on there, and I'm going to completely cop to both of them. First and foremost, I offended everybody, but I don't know if I personally offended Danny Brown himself. But while I was on the podcast, I asked Danny Brown, like, what does he do on stage? He mentioned being on stage, and I was like, oh yeah, what do you do on stage? And people were just generally outraged that I would be on his show and not know like what he does. Mm-hmm. And I don't really have a defense for that. I mean, I did like a bunch of podcasts. It was probably close to 50 different podcasts that I did, and I've never heard of researching the show that you're going on as being a thing, but people are outraged, so obviously I was wrong. I'm not going to defend it. And while I was on that podcast, I went in on video games in a way that just was super douchey, didn't make even any sense, and was genuinely offensive to everybody who loves video games.
See, I missed the clip on what you said about all the video game stuff.
I mean,
why was there clips on it? How do you know like people were offended?
Not only are there clips on it, there are multiple videos like video essays dedicated to how much of a fail I've just been on podcasts in general. Like one was just dedicated alone to like how bad I failed on the Danny Brown podcast. Mm-hmm. And for anybody who doesn't know, Danny Brown is a huge rapper. He's also a video game personality. So it was like an extra huge L for me to not know anything about Danny Brown and talk disparagingly of video games.
Yeah, we don't like video game people talk.
And you know what? I'm done with that. Because it's like, hey, if you enjoy it, then do it. You know, like I'm certainly, not accomplishing much by cutting firewood. You know, like I do all kinds of stuff to waste my time. Imagine like just the amount of time I spend scrolling through social media and watching YouTube videos. Like everything that I've ever said negative about video games, saying that it's a waste of time, that it's like people sitting on the sofa and just there's a million ways to waste time and there's a million ways to sit on the sofa, and I'm guilty of all kinds of them. So I hereby promise to never, ever disparage video games again. To each their own, whatever they enjoy.
Yeah, but that's not enough. What are you going to do to make it right? What are you going to do to make it right? Are you going to get on like a video game podcast and play some video games?
It absolutely occurred to me to get like on some video game shows. Like, I mean, there's a huge one. I'm just guessing that they're still very active.
Grumps?
Game Grumps. Like, I was on there, and mind you, I was on there and said disparaging things about video games years ago. And it was just kind of a different tone, and it was kind of fun and light. Whereas on the Danny Brown podcast, I don't know, I was just burned out. I was just burned out by that point. And
I think let's get you on a Twitch and let's get you an Activision account. Let's get you to play some games. We can get you on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We can reach out to them, see if they want to give you a Steve-O skin. There's a lot of ways to get back to the gamer community.
I don't know what a skin is, but I do want to make it up to the gamer community. All right, so let's move on to the next L. Is
it hot in here?
Yeah. There was and this particularly hurt because there's a YouTube channel that I watch a lot of. It's called Too Lazy to Try. I think it's spelled with the number 2. Too Lazy to Try. And there's I think they got like more views than usual on their video essay about how it says Steve-O's podcast appearances are a mess. And tons of viewership on it. And Yeah, 209,000 views. So here's the thing. There are personalities out there who have been known to like send copyright claims, try to like shut down channels. Like, I'm not that guy. Not only am I happy for Too Lazy to Try to have his video, so I'm not going to challenge anything. I'm sitting here promoting it. And I like it was gonna hurt my feelings. I know probably too much to actually watch it. It's like I'm asking you guys, did you watch it?
I did not.
It's full.
Oh, that's your time. Okay, so Isaac might need a mic right now. Do you agree with everything that was said, or do you think that it was a little too?
Well,
harsh?
what did they say? It maybe what did they say on there?
Well, I mean, in general, there was a critique of you not knowing about who Danny Brown was, and then
Okay.
obviously the video game critique.
And the video game.
Yeah, they brought light to your appearance on the Adam Friedland show.
What was the criticism there?
The criticism there was that you weren't engaging with them too much, and you were really enjoying your time with the Fume
Okay.
while they bantered back and forth.
I mean, that one, like, I'm not gonna necessarily push back on that one, but they have their own like kind of a thing.
Yeah, their own little shtick.
Yeah, like the Adam Friedland show, they were doing their kind of thing, and like for me to try to like steer that ship, it just wasn't going to happen. So
Yeah.
I just kind of let them do their thing. I don't know that was an offense.
What number of how many podcasts did you do during that time?
At least 40.
So is there like on the next thing that you're promoting, is there like a number that you're like, I probably shouldn't go over
Yeah, maybe
24 in 2 weeks?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what are there any more L's? Just kind of generally over promoting the bucket list, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just like kind of driving the conversation back to the bucket list special.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did watch the beginning of the video, and he was like, hey, you know, he's out there promoting his thing. And he said that by making my comedy specials multimedia and like jackass style of stuff, that's a good call. And I am proud of it, dude. Like the bucket
You
list.
should be. It's super epic.
Do you like shopping on Amazon? I do. And good news is, Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole are available on Amazon. And if you want a real bundle of a deal, you can get Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, plus Steve-O's butthole destroyer, and Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole. It's the butthole bundle, available on Amazon right now.
Yeah, dude.